Oh my gosh. Look at this.
Look at that. I'm proud of that.
You should be so proud of yourself.
Do you want a bit of cranberry sauce?
No, I'm okay.
Do you not have cranberry sauce?
I don't need cranberry sauce.
You need cranberry sauce on turkey.
I know.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. This is the
Laura,
first.
I like these plates as well because they're quite deep.
Yeah.
They're kind of like, they go like
They
in.
cushion it all in. I need to, yeah.
No.
I'm so excited. Is that good?
This is amazing. Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas.
Oh yeah, Bucks Fizz.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Bucks Fizz. What is Bucks Fizz?
Bucks Fizz is orange juice and champagne traditionally, but I think you can have a cheaper version with Prosecco.
Now you're going to say Prosecco. What is the difference between Prosecco and champagne? Because I do not know.
Oh, that's good. That's a good carrot.
This is amazing.
I think Prosecco is just cheaper. I think it's just like a... I think Prosecco is like a sparkling wine, but I think
So the more expensive thing is champagne. So what's the difference between... So is champagne a different
Champagne
drink?
is a different thing, yeah, and Prosecco is just a sparkling wine. I'm going to try the turkey. This is the first time I've ever cooked turkey in my whole life.
Yeah, I know. I'm very excited.
That's good. I'm proud of that.
People don't usually like turkey on Christmas Day. Well, people don't usually like turkey, but in the UK, people traditionally have turkey on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
But everyone complains about it. Do you like?
Why?
You like turkey, don't you?
Oh.
I do enjoy it.
I think when we do this again, I think we do need the plate warmer because putting the cranberry sauce on my turkey has made it a little bit cold because the cranberry sauce is so cold.
So what? Yeah, but that's the cranberry sauce's fault.
Yeah, but if it had heat coming from underneath the plate, see what I mean? It would like heat everything up.
You just said the cranberry sauce made everything cold.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Maybe my logics don't work. Was your turkey cold or is it warm?
Mine. Well, I lost a lot of heat when I cut it because I cut it a while ago.
Maybe we should only rest it for like 10 minutes then, instead of 20. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard getting it right. But this is why it's good to practice. It's good to practice so you know what you do next time. So I think my one thing is I would probably get the turkey served sooner, but it's still really good. I really like. It's not dry, is it?
No, it's lovely. It's really nice. Usually turkey is dry. That's the complaint people have. Yorkshire pudding, Laura, is delicious. Thank you so much. I was talking to because this is a Christmas dinner. I was talking to somebody about Christmas, and I said, "Oh, Christmas! I'm excited for Christmas." And she said, "Oh, of course you are, because you're a man."
Oh.
She said, "A woman at Christmas, they dread it because they've got to do all of the cooking, they've got to do all of the present buying, they've got to do all of the wrapping, all of the decorating." So she was. I felt a bit awkward because I was sat there like, "I'm sorry." What do you think? Do you agree?
Oh, traditionally, definitely. I used to work in a pub, and on Christmas Day, all of the men would come in to the pub at about 11 to have a drink with their friends while the women cooked dinner.
Yeah.
Shocking, that.
Yeah, that is bad.
Shocking.
Do you think times will be changing?
Well, you're definitely not like that. You're a modern man. You, all the way through when I was doing this, you were cleaning up everything, like washing up the dishes as I was going
I appreciate that I can't cook as well, but so I'll help in other ways, so I will clean.
Yeah, there's
I'll
barely
clean everything.
Yeah, there's barely anything to wash up now. There's just
it's these
plates.
2 plates.
And that bowl, probably.
And these glasses. And that's it. So, yeah.
Pigs in blankets are sensational. Pigs in blankets, a little sausage wrapped in bacon. Oh,
amazing.
Double meat.
Yorkshire puddings. What is a Yorkshire pudding, Laura?
Yorkshire pudding is essentially, it's this thing here, which just looks like a big flob of batter. But a Yorkshire pudding is so easy. It's flour. I did 100 grams of flour, plain flour, not self-rising.
It's like a cooking show, isn't it?
Three eggs.
Yeah.
And then milk, semi-skim milk, 125 litres. Mix it all together, mix, salt and pepper, in the oven for like 20 minutes, done. So good. And it tastes like, it's essentially the same recipe as pancakes, you just cook it in a different way and it's like a slightly different thing, but it's so good.
It's strange when you break it down, when you say what it is. You go,
I love Christmas dinner so much.
I'm wolfing this down, Laura.
Me too.
I am wolfing it down, honestly.
And everything is made from scratch. Isn't that good?
Everything.
This is my first
Can you imagine
ever...
the satisfaction, though, if you grew everything?
Oh my goodness.
That would be really cool.
I'm not growing a turkey.
No. But my dad,
He grows veg, doesn't he?
My dad grows veg, so he must have a lot of satisfaction every time we have Sunday dinner. Because
so far, I'm really happy with this. I think this is really good.
If this is so this would be...
This is my first ever Christmas dinner. Is that successful? It's good, isn't it?
So successful, Laura. So
successful.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. So let's talk about the components of a Christmas dinner. Traditional Christmas dinner in the UK. So...
Okay, no, but I think what's good to do with
Go
this.
on.
What's a Sunday dinner first?
Okay.
Sunday dinner... Go on. Sunday... Oh, sorry, yeah, you're eating. Sunday dinner, veg. So, something like broccoli, cauliflower. You don't like cauliflower? Broccoli, cauliflower, potatoes, peas, carrots. Maybe now people have some things like parsnips. We have parsnips today. What else would it be? Peas.
Yeah. It's essentially meat, potato and veg.
And then the
some
meat.
extras.
So people have either beef or lamb or chicken. People don't use pork, but people don't have turkey, do they?
No.
For a Sunday dinner.
No.
Then, when it's Christmas Day,
turkey comes out.
things come a-changing.
Big boy turkey comes out.
Turkey is the
Turkey
meat.
gotta be, yeah.
And we sprinkle in there some cranberry sauce on the turkey.
Oh, amazing. Cranberry sauce on the turkey.
And then the pigs in blankets.
Pigs in blankets is a Christmas thing, 100%.
You have to.
You can't do. No one's doing pigs in blankets in July. Pigs in blankets is a Christmas staple. So you have your pigs. You have your little sausages wrapped in bacon. Parsnips, I think, are very Christmassy.
Are they?
Well, they're a winter veg, aren't they? So they're more. You'd find them in the winter.
I don't know. But that's cool.
Yorkshire pudding.
Oh my god.
Amazing. And then all doused in gravy, and then that's perfect.
Starters at Christmas. Do people have starters on Christmas Day?
Some people do.
Did we have a starter? Yeah, we had a starter in the restaurant with your dad last year.
Oh yeah, some people go to a restaurant if they don't want the hassle of cooking. But I think most people are tired enough cooking the dinner that they don't want to do a starter as well. And also,
It's true, and it's loads.
Traditionally, guess how many calories on average people eat on Christmas Day in the UK?
I saw this. You were watching it on telly.
How many?
6,000.
6,000. So if you're eating 6,000 calories, you don't need a starter as well. Do you know what I mean? You're going to eat enough that day.
Yeah.
We're going to be so full.
We're going to be so full.
But then, we'll also have all this turkey left over, so I'll probably want a turkey sandwich.
Yeah, not today.
Yeah, I don't have any bread today.
Have to go to the shop.
But I would on Christmas Day.
This is so lovely. This is so lovely.
It's good, innit?
Thank you so much.
Is this a success?
A massive success. Well
I think
done.
so too. I really like it. I think it's harder to enjoy it when I've made it. Because this is no worse than any Christmas dinner I've ever had. But because I've made it, I'm critiquing it more.
Possibly, yes. I think that when I cook, I enjoy it more. Because I know what all the... Like, if I make some pasta... and there's some little chili flakes in it, and then I get a hint of the chili. Maybe you wouldn't notice it, but I do, and I go, oh yeah, that's the chili that I put in. So I think I appreciate it more when I've cooked it, weirdly.
Yeah. I think I normally do. I think with this, because there's like so much pressure of making Christmas dinner amazing, I think I'm a bit more like, oh, is it okay? Like every bite I'm going, please be okay.
Exactly.
And it is, it's really good.
What's your favourite, except for like obviously, because I think a lot of people would say that a Sunday dinner is a British person's favourite food. But except for that, because that's a bit of a cheat, what other British food is there?
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips. But do you like fish and chips?
I've gone off it a bit.
I have
We were
as
saying
well.
this the other day.
I have.
I think it's too fatty.
Every time I have a fish and chips now, I wish I had something else. And that's
It's
yeah.
too much. I think I like fish and chips.
I don't know if I
If
do.
you gave me a portion that was like that much fish and maybe about 8 chips, I think I'd really like it.
Yeah, like a
But there's
mini
always-
fish and chips. But
there's
you
always
get
so much
You get
of
like
it.
because my mum and dad, when they order a fish and chips, they get like a bag, and it sounds strange, but they get a bag between like 3 of us or 4 of us, right?
Yeah.
And maybe you might think, what?
Well, like one meal between 3 people.
Well, yeah, but it's not though, is it? One bag of chips is loads when you actually open it up. It's weird. But maybe people listening might think, a bag of chips comes in paper,
Yeah, traditionally it came in newspaper.
newspaper, yeah.
Yeah, I think the issue is I have this terrible thing where whatever is put in front of me, I will eat the whole amount. I do not know when to stop. I am not able to go, that's enough now. So if I have a whole portion of it...
now.
Are you getting full now?
A bit.
Better way. chicken.
I will eat it.
You better. Slaved away over that all morning.
Go on, carry on.
If there's a big portion of fish and chips in front of me, I'll finish the whole thing. There's no way that I'm going, and I'll just put that away. Like, I'll do that, and then I end up feeling awful after I've had fish and chips. Because I've overeaten. Do you know what I mean?
Is that just fish and chips?
What, that makes me feel ill?
Yeah, like everything. Just overeating.
No, anything that's like fried and greasy.
That's the appeal of it. To be honest, I've taught a lot of people who've come to Britain, and they really want to try fish and chips, and they do. And everyone I've taught who's tried it have said they don't like it. Yeah.
Wow.
But they've all gone to London, and I think London fish and chips is a different
Too posh.
thing.
It's too posh.
No. I think it's too, like, it's just churned out. Like, it's not, like, I bet the chips, oh, that's the air fryer. I bet the chips are, like, in a bag frozen for a while.
Yeah.
And I bet the fish were caught, like, 2 weeks ago. Whereas if you go to the fish and chips by the sea,
yeah,
it's fresh. It's all fresh. And I can understand that. I can understand if the sea breeze is hitting your face and, like, you can smell the sea and the salt and the sand. Having a fish and chips, I can understand the appeal of it a little bit. It's quite nice, but even then,
I'd only need a kid's portion.
Yeah, no, I agree actually.
I do think fish and chips is best if you can have a kid's portion.
Who's eating all that?
Oh, it's loads. It's way too much.
So there's fish and chips. There's steak and well, what would you say? A pie in general.
Oh, I love a pie. Any kind of pie.
I didn't realise that pies are British, aren't they?
Oh, and other places, but yeah, we love a pie here. Yeah.
I thought somebody said that pie is a British food. Like the pie.
Really? No, surely other
Think
people.
about it.
Other people would have been doing pies before us.
Would they have? Because what's the whole point of a pie? Keeping in things inside fresh and warm.
Are you telling me none of the
Mining
Nordic
people
countries
going-
thought of a pie before this?
I'm.
I think it was kind of people coming to that conclusion around the same time.
I think it was us.
We invented the concept of a pie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we did, go us, because pies are great. Pies are so versatile. You
Well,
can
I was
have
teaching somebody.
savoury pie.
I was teaching somebody and they said that, and I believe them.
Well, there you go.
It sounds believable. What's your favourite pie?
Chicken, but with not... Some pies have got a chicken with like a white sauce in it, and like a creamy sauce. I don't like that. I like it to be...
No.
No, yeah, it's too creamy.
Chicken pie.
Needs to be with
Ooh.
gravy. With gravy.
I do like a chicken pie, but maybe not the white sauce. Yeah, I agree.
Chicken stuffing. I haven't made that in a while. I used to make that a lot. Do you remember? I used to make a chicken stuffing and potato pie. I'll do it soon in the winter.
Could we use the turkey? The leftover turkey?
Could do. Depends how much we've got left, because we might not have enough to make a substantial pie.
Okay. Don't burp. Oh, if you weren't on a podcast now, you'd be burping, wouldn't you?
It's the box bit.
Pie. My favourite pie is steak and ale. Steak and ale or steak and kidney. Steak and kidney pie. My nan used to make lovely steak and kidney pie.
Kidney?
It's kidney.
No, it's not. It's kidney bean.
No, it's kidney. It's kidney, steak and kidney pie.
I've
It's
always
like
wondered that, and I've always thought it must be kidney bean.
no. It's a kidney. It's like a sheep's kidney.
Awful.
You're eating a turkey now. You're eating turkey's just like muscles.
Yeah, nice. Is that what meat is? Is it the muscles?
Yes.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
I don't
What
know.
is it? What else is it?
No.
Have a think. Would it be the bone?
No.
Would it be the skin? No. Would it be the...
We do need to heat these plates, because it's already cold now. Have you noticed?
No, I haven't noticed, to be honest.
Okay, well, it's fine, because, yeah, we'll get a plate
We'll
heater.
have a heat.
We'll get a plate heater. Yeah, we'll be fine. What were we saying?
Yeah.
Kidney. No, I think just the idea of it being... I think I've had a steak and kidney pie, though, but I always thought it was kidney bean.
Well, you must have liked it.
No, not a fan of that.
Why would it be called steak and kidney pie if it was a kidney bean? It'd be steak and kidney bean pie.
Yeah, but the bean probably was just took too long to say.
No.
I always do this. Do you do this? Do you leave your favourite bits till the end?
No, I go kind of gradually. I kind of leave a bit.
The end of my plate will always just have parsnips and potatoes on it.
Not. Oh yeah, you don't. My sister always leaves the pigs and blankets.
Yeah,
until
I've
the
got one
end.
pigs and blanket there. I'm ready to
One
go.
pigs in blanket or one pig in blanket?
Well, you never say it's singular, do you?
I'm tired, you know. This is hitting me.
You're going to get the Christmas dinner snooze afterwards.
I'm going to be comatose.
I love that feeling though. And after you've eaten Christmas dinner, and you just go into the living room, stick the telly
Lots of
on.
celebrations.
Oh, and you just veg, and people go like, should we go for a walk? Should we play a game? People are like, oh yeah, I'll do that in a minute, and everyone just.
Yeah, I know, but it's annoying because you're wasting the day there.
I know, but it feels so good.
It does. It does. This turkey is so nice, Laura. Well done.
It's good, isn't it?
Thank you so much.
So I think what I've learned from this, I want to give the potatoes 3 minutes longer, and I want the turkey to be taken out a bit later.
I'm not listening to it, sorry. I was just trying to get pig and blanc on my fork. Potatoes later. No, earlier.
Other than that, I think that's perfect then, but I'm happy, yeah. That's really good. I'm very proud of myself for my first
You
week.
should be so proud of yourself. You should be so proud of
Would
yourself.
you like to pull a cracker?
Now?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You always win.
I know.
Do you know what? I think there's been about 3 years in a row where I haven't won. Do you remember we did the live streams last year for Christmas? I didn't win a single one. There you go. Carry on. Enjoy. Open it up. What does it say? So inside a cracker, usually there's... Well, is there always a joke? I'd be disappointed if there wasn't a joke. And a hat. Put your hat on.
Oh yeah, okay, alright. Is that the order? You've got to do hat then joke?
Yeah, because you look a bit silly going like...
Okay.
Saying the joke.
My prize is I've got some stickers.
Great. Some lovely... Yeah, usually there's some terrible gift inside. Like a plastic comb. Or like a notepad. Or a little jumping frog thing. Yeah, I feel
Quite
a bit...
small, that.
I feel a bit ridiculous now. Do you know what annoys me as well?
What?
On Christmas Day,
What?
everybody puts on their hats and goes, oh yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely. And then before the meal's even finished, people haven't taken them off. I've got mine all day.
You went to...
Yeah, I did last year. Come on. There you go. I promise you.
You cannot win a cracker. You can have that one though, there you go.
Yeah, of course.
So, you ready for the
You're not
joke?
gonna wait. Oh, I've got some stickers too.
Okay. What do you call a boastful snowman?
A boastful snowman. So somebody boastful is somebody who's proud and like bragging. So
You got this, come on.
proud,
Come on. What do you call someone who's like bragging about themselves?
big-headed.
A snow off.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Because if you're a show off, you boast about it. But he's a snow off because he's an Iceman.
Would you like mine?
An Iceman, a snowman. Yes.
Who gets to be in charge of the pencil case?
Don't know.
The ruler. That's quite a good one.
Well,
And then sometimes on here we go. This is a ridiculous one. Some merry mindfulness. Have you got
I've
this?
that as well. Yeah. What does yours say? Is
Press pause and just Christmas.
that what it says?
And something to chat about. Oh, here we go. There's a question underneath. Oh, it's an interesting question. If you had to live with one historical figure forever, who would you choose and why?
So someone like Gandhi would be quite quiet. I think he'd probably just stay in his room.
You would Gandhi forever. Poor Gandhi.
I'm
Just
trying to
come
think.
back.
I'm trying to think of someone who wouldn't interfere with my life. I feel like he would stay in his room. He'd do his meditation, and he would just chill.
That's what you imagine. But what if he has raucous parties?
I don't want someone who's going to interfere. So Gandhi or
What did you say?
I don't want someone who's going to interfere. Gandhi or who else was like Marcel Marceau?
Who's that?
Mime.
A mime.
Yeah, because then he
God.
just keeps stum.
I would say historical figure. Oh, you did?
There's more Yorkshires.
Oh, Laura, I'm getting full.
Well, I want them.
Oh, right. Okay. A historical figure, I would say... Forever is a different thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a long time.
A historical figure... Would Gandhi even speak English?
Yeah, I think so.
Did he speak English?
I think so.
Someone like... No, I was going to say like Julius Caesar, but he'd be a nightmare.
Oh God,
It'd be a nightmare. Someone like... I don't know. I really don't know. No, not Richard III. I'm having awful suggestions.
Think of like calmer people.
But historical people usually aren't calm. They're famous because they did something really, really big.
What if I just eat all of these?
That would be mental. I mean, if you want them, you can have them. Anne Boleyn.
Anne Boleyn?
Yeah.
She was a bit of a rebel.
Alright. Catherine of Aragon.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have any boys, that's for sure. Historical joke for you there. What's the question on yours, Laura?
It says, if you could build your ideal isolation station, what would it look like? Like a place where you would isolate?
Oh, right. Like a man cave, I suppose.
Yeah, or like if you had to go and work in a remote location somewhere, you had to be isolated, what would you put in there?
I took with me to university every year, like back and forth every year, like back home for the summer, and then to university again, like books, like 12 books that I thought, yeah, I like the idea of sitting down and just reading one of those books. Didn't open them once in 4 years. So no books.
Have you read them now?
I have... no. No, I haven't. I would say I just have lots of, like a big TV, because I like watching films. What about you?
Some kind of like home gym.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
If I was
idea.
bored, I'd at least do exercise rather than just sitting around. And some Yorkshire pudding.
Oh, I'm fuller. I'm gonna.
Barely eaten anything.
What do you mean barely? There was a mountain of food. There was a mountain of food. You watch this back. There was a mountain of food here. I've eaten 2 Yorkshire puddings, like 4 slices of turkey, about 3 parsnips, 2 potatoes, 3 broccolis.
Yum. And I'm still going up. I'm going strong on the Yorkshire pudding.
Here we are, and who will be ill later on? You just said this earlier.
That's what you do on Christmas. You gorge.
Yeah, I know, but it's not Christmas. It's not Christmas. It's not real Christmas Day today. Oh my god.
I love Christmas.
I'll keep chipping away.
Oh, you don't have to chip away. That makes it sound like a chore. Just chill. It's alright. It's fine. You're good.
I don't know, Laura.
I'm gonna have 1 more Yorkshire pudding, then that's it. I won't have any more. Because that's silly. I can't have, otherwise I'll be having 4 Yorkshire puddings.
4.
But they are good. They're good Yorkshire puddings.
They're delicious. Amazing. See, your hat's gone.
Where?
It's fallen off.
Oh. It was small.
Oh,
It was too small.
you've got a small head. Big head. I've got a small head.
I love roast dinner. Have you noticed that when you describe a roast dinner to someone, it never sounds good?
People just go, yeah, it's just, what, veg and meat? But then, do people in other countries, surely other people in other countries have had vegetables and meat at the same time.
That's what I mean. So like when you say it to people, it's like, okay.
And, yeah.
But it's the combination of it all with the gravy and it's really hard.
I think it's the traditionalism of it, the tradition of it. I think it's when it's, especially because it's usually people have it on a Sunday. It's just nicer. It's just like it's like a safe time. What do you associate with Sunday dinner?
Sundays.
Yeah, but like
but not being at school, obviously that was always fun. We go to church in the morning, and then we come home, have a roast dinner, and then we go back to church. So we went to church twice in a day. We do the morning service and then the evening service. So I associate eating a roast dinner and then knowing, okay, I've got 2 more hours to do what I want, and then I've got to go back to church. So I'd always.
That's annoying though.
Yeah, I know.
Because I kind of agree with you. When I had a Sunday dinner, I used to associate it with after this, I've got like the afternoon and then the evening, but then it's school tomorrow. So actually, I wish maybe Sunday dinner was on a Saturday.
Yeah, but like the hour after Sunday dinner, I used to love that because I'd have a full belly. I've just eaten a really nice thing.
I always had a coffee.
Yeah, nice coffee and some biscuits or something. After 8.
Yeah.
I love after 8. We should get after 8 for Christmas Day.
Yes, we should.
They're really good. Then. I was going to take a picture of this, but I didn't. Oh well.
We've got the video.
We got the video evidence.
After 8.
After 8, yeah, and then an hour where I can just do what I want.
Did you not do your homework? No, you did your homework at school.
No, I never did homework.
I used to sometimes I used to think my mum would make a coffee or something, but then in the time she was making a coffee, I'd run upstairs and try and do some homework.
Yeah, that's a good plan. And then I could just chill, watch some TV, full belly, and then it'd be like, Mum would go, right, time to get ready. And when she said that, right.
So did you get changed out of your Sunday, like, church
so
clothes?
at my church, we used to have to wear a uniform, which is very different. Because I went to a special kind of church, and we wore
Special.
and we had to wear a uniform. So I'd be in my uniform in the morning, and then I would wear, because my uniform was like a polo shirt and then a skirt, so I would just change out of my skirt into some jeans, keep my polo shirt on, maybe put a jumper over the top, and then I just, But
Did your heart sink when your mum went, right?
Well, yeah, but that's the mum, right, which everyone can relate to, or the parent thigh slap. Or
Yeah, like
go, well,
right.
Sometimes it's a good thing if your parents have taken you to someone's house and you don't want to go to their house,
absolutely,
and they're talking to like their
and
friend,
they're on the way out of the house,
and you're just sitting like,
and you're like, right, we're getting in the car, and then somebody says, oh, tell you what, did you want that coat for that?
Like, oh, come
on.
on.
Yeah, let me just come upstairs, and then you're like,
no. I have so many memories of being in someone's house,
or waiting for your mum to come off the phone.
Yeah,
oh.
yeah. And you'd be sat on the floor waiting for your parents to go. They'd be talking to their friends or whatever, and then
a lovely burp. Lovely, Laura. I can't believe it.
And then
I'm going to get some more Bucks Fizz just to finish this off because we've only got a bit left of the
Okay,
bottle.
can I finish what I was going to say?
Yeah.
And then you'd hear the parents going, well, and then you go, right, that's my cue. We're going home. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, I'm so full.
It was so exciting that.
Yeah.
Laura.
Did you like that?
I loved it.
That was good, wasn't
I
it?
thought it was delicious.
That was really nice.
Something else that I associated with
Thank you.
Sunday was, and you definitely wouldn't have associated with this, football.
Oh, no.
Just like...
my hunch there. I just looked in the camera. My hunch was intense.
I'm going to put that bottle in there.
Okay.
No, yeah, we used to have... Yeah, so like... Having like a full belly and then watching whatever team is on, and it's always a good game on a Sunday. So it's like, I don't know, for some reason I'm thinking like Tottenham, Man United or something on a Sunday. Oh, and you just know I'm just relaxing watching this with a coffee. It's great.
No, when you were having football on, we had Songs of Praise on, I think, which is so essentially. Church in the morning.
And it's then Songs of Praise is
it's
like
church.
Is it just a televised
church
service
where they sing songs of praise? They sing songs for Jesus. So we go to church.
And there's always a crowd of people there.
Yeah, singing
because they all really really sing because they know, ooh, I'm going to be on the television.
Yeah.
Whereas actually, if that church was not on the television.
They take the cameras to a random church in the UK, and they do the songs for
they do. There's a Welsh version of it as well. Dechrau canu, dechrau canmol.
What?
Which is start singing, start praising. And it's the same idea. They did it in my church a couple of times.
Well, there you go. So church in the morning, church on the telly, church in the evening.
Is there any novelty in watching that Songs of Praise on a Sunday for you, or did you hate it?
I think now there's a novelty because it's nostalgia. Now it feels like, oh, that reminds me of when I was a kid and my childhood home and everything. But at the time, I would just wanted to be upstairs and doing my own thing. And or I do remember being in the living room after eating a Sunday dinner on a Sunday, obviously, and then sitting on the floor with my toys while the parents were sat on the sofas napping probably because they were so tired. And I'd just be playing with my toys. Have you ever had a roast dinner not on a Sunday?
Today's a Saturday.
Probably Christmas Day is the day where you're most likely to have a roast dinner not on a Sunday.
Christmas Day doesn't feel like it's a day of the week.
No, people know this. People go like, oh, Christmas is on a Monday this year, isn't it?
It's because we don't have normal jobs.
That's true, because you don't.
But if you had a normal job, you would have to, you'd go like, oh, Christmas is on a Monday, which means I get 3 days off because it's Saturday, Sunday, and then and it's like, how...
Well, I think you get 2 days off because I don't know how it works. But yeah, no, I like. Yeah, Sundays are a nice memory for me. I think even though I spent a lot of it just going backwards and forwards to church, I think overall Sundays are a nice memory.
For
Sunday
me,
evenings, no. Sunday evenings is you're thinking about school.
Yeah, but then also, I think I could cry about it now. It's so lovely. Just like you're finishing, you've had your Sunday dinner, then you watch the football or whatever. And then maybe because my grandparents would have come around, and then they've gone, and then maybe you have like some biscuits or something for tea or something like that. And then like especially like in the winter time, it's dark outside and you feel like so like cozy. Going upstairs and like just playing like a video. It sounds stupid, just playing a video game, but like that was like my safe space just to go. I'm just gonna enjoy this, and knowing I've done all the homework. All I've got to worry about is like the next day.
Yeah.
And like that was so lovely. Yeah.
Don't cry.
My nan used to come over. I know. Oh yeah, it's nice. My nan used to come over on a Sunday, and she only lived like a 5-minute walk away. Well, 10 minutes for her. She was slow. And because she every time she came over every Sunday, she would have a room inspection. She would look at mine and my sister's bedrooms to see who is the tidiest. And my sister was never the tidiest. And I was like a little swat. I'd properly, but it was a good excuse. It was a good excuse because I would really, really, really tidy my bedroom every week. And it was a really good reason for me to get rid of some stuff that I didn't need, etc. And then she'd come upstairs and she'd be like, yeah, very nice, really, really good. And I go, yeah, look at this, very tidy. Look, I've even folded all my clothes. And she'd be like, oh yeah, very good.
I remember that feeling when you would decide to tidy your home and then you want to show it off to your parents. I remember doing that. I used to love doing that.
And then I'd go, do you want to see my sister's room? And she'd go, oh, go on then. Because she knew it was going to be bad. And then I'd go in and go, look, she's got her magazines under the bed. Look, she hasn't done this. And look, what's this like old spoon doing here?
You are such a little brother. You are the most little brother thing ever.
Yeah.
I used to love doing that though. I would go, right, I'm going to really do my room. And then I'd go like, Mum, do you want to come see my room? And I'd love like opening the door and going.
She'd walk in 2 seconds later. Right. She'd leave. Go. Well, speaking of which, Laura, I think we should go and relax.
And tidy up, probably wash up.
I can't believe I haven't finished it. But we did have a lot of food. Please.
It was a lot of food.
It was delicious, Laura. Thank you so much.
I need to sleep. And a coffee.
A coffee.
And a mince pie.
We've had a bottle of Buxton's.
Can we have maybe a mince pie in like an hour? Oh. Let this go down and then have a mince pie. Does that sound good?
A cup of coffee and a mince pie.
Where's your wrist support?
I've taken it off to eat because
no. He's got carpal tunnel syndrome.
For context, I'm transcribing too many podcasts for you guys. I've been working too much on the computer. So,
messed up your hands. Get it back on.
I will.
After we've washed up.
Yes, exactly.
Right, thank you for joining us for our Christmas dinner. Merry Christmas. I was going to shake your hand.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. Merry Christmas. I'll give you one more cheers.
And a happy new year.
Merry Christmas.